From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Aaron Reeves.
Taking a peek at the big picture, things pretty quiet right now, though. You see this cold front out to the west. That's the beginning of our next storm system. It's going to arrive later on tonight. Out ahead of that, things are warming up nicely. 64 in Tulsa, same story in Dallas. Some places across the area around 70 already. Notice, though, behind the front, I mean, it's kind of cold, but it's not horribly cold, so we're not going to see any Arctic air with this front, so I don't think anyone's complaining about that. I know I'm not. But we will see some cooler weather on the way, and quite a bit of rain for some. Here's what we're seeing right now. 71 in Stillwater. They've seen a bit more sunshine. Low clouds moving into southeastern Oklahoma. That slowed their warm up down just a bit. The rest of us just kind of hanging out in the 60s. We have those gusty south winds. Those are gusting up over 30 miles per hour, or 39 miles per hour has been the wind gust in Tulsa. So very windy out there. That's how it's going to basically stay all day. It's even pretty breezy behind the front. So just kind of look for a continued windy day and at least an elevated fire danger. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Not the best day to do any burning. This is all going to be followed by rain. Tuesday into Wednesday, rain widespread across the area. Once again, not a ton of cold air with this system, but on the back side of this, as it pulls out, there may be just enough cold air for a light changeover to maybe a light wintry mix on the back end of this as it departs. So that shouldn't cause much in the way of any issues overall, but just something to kind of be mindful about. For the eastern Oklahoma, though, it's likely to stay all rain, and you can see the heaviest rain out of this mainly across the far eastern sections of the state, anywhere from about 1 to maybe 3 inches, especially closer to the Arkansas state line. You get west to I-35, it drops off pretty quickly with rainfall totals. So basically areas west of this is the place that needs it the most. That's where the drought's the worst, and you can see those areas on the lighter end of this thing. But we will see periods of rain and embedded thunderstorms really from tonight all the way through about Wednesday afternoon. It'll taper off, and then a quick moving clipper system will move through Thursday night into Friday. Not much moisture with that, but a slight chance of some very light rain or maybe a light wintry mix as that rolls through. So pretty active pattern. Clouds rolling in, thickening up across the area. 64 winds at 29. That's our sustained winds. They're gusting to 39, so it's very blustery out there. And as we head to the overnight hours, notice those showers and storms start to develop. By tomorrow morning, we may be kind of in between areas, temperatures in the 40s, but then more activity will move through during the course of the day. It's just going to be kind of a raw, wet day off and on, especially later into the evening and into the overnight hours. Looks to be when a bulk of that comes through into Wednesday morning, 30s and 40s. And then we'll start to see this try to get on out of here by Wednesday afternoon. We'll top out in the 40s, though. And then temperatures rebound briefly on Thursday. That next system moves through Friday, and then we should warm back up a bit as we head on into the weekend. Your precipitation outlook over the next several days, once again, very likely over the next couple of days. There's that slight chance on Thursday, and then another storm system early next week looks to roll through. So we got those opportunities to hopefully get out of this drought situation we've been in. We just need to get some of that basically from Tulsa to the west to be more prevalent to really help make that happen. As you head east of Tulsa, we'll look at that here in a bit, but things aren't really all that bad as far as the drought goes. So once again, we'll take a look at that in the next half hour. But in the meantime, here's your extended forecast. Warm and windy today, followed by rainy and kind of cool, chilly-ish for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then just kind of up and down with off and on chances of precip as we stay in a very active weather pattern. Temperatures really not too extreme. I mean, today is warm, but we start getting days like this time of year, so not crazy for February. But overall, temperatures looking pretty decent. No Arctic air, at least in the short term, so hopefully we can keep it that way. That is your forecast. Now back to y'all.